So you observe them within the first 2 hours, the 1 to 2 hours of stocking. You check their movement, the vertical movement, the horizontal movement, the schooling together. Them coming together, it's called school of fish. So the schooling, they do the school together, and then all those things, you even know when they are healthy. And you can listen to our choosing healthy fingerlings to really know how to identify if your fish is healthy or not. Now, you theoretically, fish should eat 5% of their body weight. But on the field, the practice on the field, I've discovered that 3 to 5% of their body weight will not get them the result of the feed you want. Because for fish in plastic, concrete pond, they are predominantly dependent on the feed you give them. For the one in the earthen pond, they are feeding some other things, so that is different. For earthen pond, when you stock, I will advise that you don't feed that day. You can start feeding the next day, because we assume that there should be some planktons and some other debris in the pond for them to feed on. But now I will be talking mainly on the one in concrete and tarpaulin pond, where there is no other feed that's present. When you want to start to feed them, you feed them little, just a little quantity that you know that is not even enough to go around. You can do like 1% of their body weight if you know the body weight of the whole fish. So you gradually take them up like that. If you stock them in the evening, I would just say you should just feed them once, and then next day continue. If it's in the morning, I will advise you even feed them in the evening before you continue. So gradually to continue like that. For fingerlings and juvenile, I will advise you feed them like 3 to 4 times a day. You feed them 3 to 4 times a day, and you can start with let's say 3% of their body weight. You share it into 3 to 4 times a day. That 4% of their body weight will be shared into 3 to 4 times a day, which will give them each of the portion. And then you identify and weigh the portion you are giving them, so that the following day you can continue and gradually taking or increasing the portion as they feed. Now, there are certain things that it's very important for you to note when you are feeding, and that is feed floating on water. If you are feeding with the lower feed like 0.8, 1 mm, 1.2, they sink because of the size is small. The tension, the water cannot support them to float. You have to watch the fish as they eat, and you have to pour in fact, you have to just sprinkle the feed gently sprinkling it, so that you are sure that as you are sprinkling it, they are taking it up. Not to pour the food directly into the pond. Then for the one that is floating, you also give them gently and make sure that the fish finish the one on the water, because you apply another one. Because it's not good for your feed to remain on top of the water. It will dissolve and increase the toxic level of the water that can cause death. Eventually, mortality, you losing your feed, losing your fish, and losing money. All of these things should be observed and carried out. So you carried it out day by day. That will lead us to the next thing we're going to do in the next episode, which is the water changing. Because by now, your water is going to be dirty after 1 or 2 days. And there's technique to change the water to be able to retain your fish, retain your feed, and get the maximum result from them. Thank you.